Good day to you all. Now, I want to solve complex number. Lord, we thank you as we start this class. We ask for understanding in Jesus' name. I will pray. Amen. So, complex number, we have straight to the point. Again, as usual, I is what we're dealing with here. Okay. So, I square is minus 1, like that. And here, we want to solve question. So, let's say we want to solve this question. Evaluate 2 plus 5i plus 3 minus 2i. What do you do using calculator? Come back here to our CASIO calculator. Boom. What you do first is you off the calculator, says off, then you on and clear. Shift 9 3 equals to. Okay, so for complex number, what do? You press mode, you go to 2 complex. 2 complex is in complex already, so I want to solve. So how do I put it? Open bracket, you put open bracket 2 plus 5. You don't want to press I. What do? You press this eng. You see, this is I. You close the bracket. What is next one? Plus open bracket 3 minus 2i minus 2i. You see, I close the bracket. I press simple equal to. So the answer for this is what? 5 plus 3i. Now, if I want to convert this to my arguments, argument means the degree. What do? Shift 2. You see, argument, conjugate, resultant, angle, and this is the complex format. So for argument, I press the answer, I press 1 and I press equal to. You see, this is the angle between. Now, don't press on because it will clear everything. You can press alternate cancel. If I press AC now, I can go back and come back here. You see, I can press right and edit it. I still have this. So I can easily come back and press shift 2 to get another one. Let's say conjugate is what? You see, 5 minus 3i. But if I press on now, it will clear everything. Can you see? I can't see anything again. I'll be left to the final answer. So I'll be forced to also. But I can find the conjugate of this. I'll just press shift 2. You see, that's giving me back. But I need to get the original question. So what do? Again, shift 9 3 equal to. I press the equation again. Open bracket 2 plus 5i. Close the bracket. You see, it's not in mode. Can you see it's not going because I've not put this in what? Complex. So what do? You press mode first. Complex 2. And I start 2 plus 5i, close the bracket, plus open bracket, 3 minus 2i, close the bracket. Can you see? So you just press equal to. Now I want to find the let me say not the conjugate, now the resultant and angle. What do? You press shift 2. Okay, this is, I press 3 equal to. So that means that the resultant is root 3 square root 34 rather, and the angle is 30.96. Okay, so if I want to get let me say I want to solve another one. I press up again, I press right, I edit it, I press shift 2 to get it in format again 4. You see, I'm still left with this. Alright, so let's go to another question. Now the real of this question, of this answer, is what? 5, and the imaginary is plus 3. Let's go to add questions. Say you want to solve question like this: 4 minus 5i over, what do? Simple again, you press open bracket 4 minus 5i, close the bracket, divided by open bracket, what again? 1 minus 2i, close the bracket. You just press simple equal to, and you do the same thing. So the rule of this number is 14 over 5, and the imaginary is what? 30 over 5. Now I want to teach you something. Let's say you want to solve a question that is very, very complex, like say this kind of questions. Let's come here and let's move here to this complex question, such as these ones here. So let's say you want to solve questions like this. It's still very simple. Still very, very simple. So what do you do again? 2 open bracket as usual, 2 plus is already in complex mode, 2 plus I, close the bracket, open bracket, 3 minus 2i, close the bracket, open bracket, 1 plus 2i, close the bracket. Everything divided by what? 1 minus I, close the bracket. Oh, I'll put in bracket. What do? Open bracket, 1 minus I, close the bracket, all square. I'm just going to be left with the answer. So the real is what? Minus 15 over 2, and the imaginary, the real is minus 15 over 2, and the imaginary is what? Plus 5. Now, what about if you want to solve question like this? See this question: 4 over 4 minus I. You know, this is already somehow. So what do? We introduce to us some certain formats. First is you need to know how to store. To store is you press the number you want to store. Let's say I want to store 45 now. What do? I press 45. I press shift. Look at this here. This is RC. You see store. STO. Store. I will store this as any alphabet I want to store here. Let's say A. So I've stored this 45 as A. So I can recall it back. I can press AC and do alpha A equal to. See, I'm left with 45 back. So what about if I press on now? If I press on, will my alpha still be the alpha A? You see, it's still there. That's the advantage of storing. But the other ones are gone because you press on already. Don't forget, okay? So now let's come back to the question. Let's say I want to solve this question. What do? Is you can store 4 minus I, but I need to put in complex mode too. You can store 4 minus I as, let me say, shift store A. Can you see? And I can also store 2 minus I as shift store B. Let me say I want to store it as B. I also want to store 1 plus I shift store C as C. So we want to solve this question. What do? They are all together. I press 4 divided by, this is stored as A. 4 minus I, alpha A. Do you understand? So I can put it in brackets. Let's start again. Go to complex 2. I put it in bracket, open bracket, 4 divided by alpha A. This is 4 minus I. Close the bracket. Plus, open bracket. I store this one as what? B, and this one as C. Right? I store this one as B, and this one as C. So, the B's are for B. 2 minus I divided by alpha C, which is 1 minus I, 1 plus I. I already stored them. So, I can just press equal to. I will eventually have my answer as what? 3. That is all. Okay? Alright, so if I want to find the imaginary order, we shift 2. I want to find the argument wherever. Let me say I want to find the resultant. I say I have equal to. I still have everything that's 3. Alright. So that is that for now. Okay, the Lord is our strength